So what design challenges come with that?
Especially in India, not a lot of gaming oriented softwares. Gaming is seen something as not anything more than a hobby.
As a taboo.
What we're trying to do here is like providing a platform for everybody.
Hello, all you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to Crewcasts. 2025 is almost over and it has been a roller coaster of a year. So a lot has been happening in terms of the business, obviously personal lives, and we are very, very keen to know how your 2025 has gone so far. So let us know in the comments below. But as we know, SKDIV has really grown over the last year, and there have been so many different departments that have played such vital roles in the growth of the startup, including design, marketing, media, development, back end, front end, a lot of different departments. So one of the main ones that we are going to be discussing today is design, because design has played such a massive role in the entire production of our podcast. So we have Mr. Ritik with us today, which is the design lead at SKDIV and has graduated from IIT in India. Hi, Ritik.
Hi Ruchi, hi Divyansh. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thanks. We also have the founder of our company. I'm sure you've met him before in one of our other episodes, Divyansh Shekhar.
How are you doing, Ruchi?
Good.
How has your year been?
My year has been very, very eventful.
Eventful?
A lot happening, you know, especially I never ever thought that I would be hosting a podcast. So I feel like things can really change. It's just about, you know, manifesting it and really putting yourself out there to land opportunities that are very out your comfort zone, if that makes sense. Ritik, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your journey into design and, you know, just joining SKDIV?
As you already mentioned, I'm leading design team at SKDIV here, and I've graduated from IIT Hyderabad. So my design journey started from the college itself. Before that, I was mostly focused towards the engineering side, like every Indian parents want for their kid. And I was into a lot of fine arts. I mean, painting and all of that stuff. And somewhere between the two things, which is that critical thinking and the fine art stuff, I think I found my direction towards design there, and that's how I decided to be like a designer and start my studying in there. And from there it's just, I mean, I don't even remember how the years have passed by now. It's been a good journey, and right now I'm leading a really capable and a really good team here at SKDIV, and I think I'm just excited for the year ahead. We have a lot of things planned, as Divyansh already knows.
I met Ritik accidentally, I would say. I had one of the juniors of Ritik who was leading the SKDIV design team back in May and June of 2025. And then from himself, I got to know Ritik and his expertise and where he has been working and how he likes to work. And one of the main things that he liked, about the opportunity working with me was everything was remote. That was the key thing for him, that he wanted most of the things to be remote. But I did see some of his work, specifically in the whatever he did as an intern or as a person in IIT Hyderabad. And then I was like, okay, this guy would be a good person, because he was somebody from the day when I felt that he's way more organized, and he's taking care of all the people he needs. He's somebody who can represent SKDIV's design team. That's what I felt when I met Ritik for the first time, and it's that day and it's today.
You also, sort of became friends along the way. How did that?
Because so my background is like I used to study in foundation studies back in India, So a lot of my friends, they went to IIT Hyderabad and everything. And one of my friend is a mutual friend. I hope you remember Sarthak, right?
Yeah.
Ritik.
I do.
From there, I got to know more about Ritik and also other things. And then we slowly started getting, working together, understanding what I require, understanding what he requires. And then we slowly started building the team from scratch, honestly. And that is how we, grew our friendship, both in a professional sense and in a personal friendship kind of way. And that was the day one. And today we have been working for what, 6-7 months now, and everything is working quite well.
That's great to hear. So since you are like the design lead at SKDIV, that's not just like an ordinary role, right? It is a pretty big position because you do have to manage, a lot of different departments. What would you say your role looks like on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. Being like a team lead, it definitely comes with a lot of responsibilities. So I mean, before this role, I mostly had like hands-on design work, right? Which I do have here as well, because it's a startup, and everybody, we all contribute as much as we can. But on a day-to-day basis, it's the first thing we have to do is align on the pending tasks, or the deliverables for that day or for that week, and we have to plan those accordingly, do meetings with the team members as well as with the other department heads, so that we can align on the tasks and nobody is left out of the loop. So the most important thing I would say is communicating a lot here, and that requires that is something we my day-to-day look like. I mean, a lot of mentoring the designers that are already here, and also trying to find expand the team as well, trying to find good people to join and uplift our products as well.
And another thing that I want to sort of get a little bit of an insight on is that we know that Crew is positioned in a very like lifestyle driven sort of gaming space sort of vibe. So what design challenges come with that?
I think it's like about cracking the target group. It's I think that's one of the most important thing that comes as a challenge over there, is because although especially in India, not a lot of gaming oriented softwares or that mindset is not there, even in like day-to-day life. Gaming is seen something as not anything more than a hobby,
as a taboo.
So it's not something not seeing more than something more than a hobby, and it's not taken very seriously. And I think what we're trying to do here is like providing a platform for everybody to find better teammates, find better people to connect with, like-minded people, and to do that all in one place. Communicate, find everything in one place. So that is something there. The like cracking the design, like the TG, this target group, is something which requires a lot of that is a challenging thing.
Yeah, I remember when Ritik first started working with us. I think Ritik, in May or April, I told you to just have like a couple of weeks time to yourself to understand the crew's design requirements and everything, so that we can actually carry on the legacy, maybe you guys can call it, or the design language what was already created, and elevate it in a better way. And that is what Ritik has done. And not only that, like, he has also uplifted lots of products, lots of internal designs and stuff. We have also evolved the UI and UX part of the Crew mobile application, and that's all managed by Ritik, alongside obviously managing the other team members and everything.
Guys, if you haven't downloaded the app yet, go check it out, because it is a very, very sleek design, and I'm sure you guys are going to love it. So
yeah, if you guys want to appreciate, comment Ritik in the comments down below.
And stay tuned. We are bringing a lot of things in like the next year as well. a lot of features.
So Ruchi, I want to ask you a question though. You know, you started working as well this year with SKDIV, and I mean Ritik Bhai Sahab also started working from 2025. So what's one thing that you guys, I mean, I'm asking both of you, like, what's that one thing that you guys would say that, you know, you guys like about SKDIV? Obviously, we are a startup. There's not everything that is perfect. But what's that one thing that you guys are like, okay, no, this is what, you know, push me, or, you know, kind of like give me that zeal to work in this company or something?
I think the best thing about working at a startup rather than a big company, the main thing is flexibility. I feel like there's a lot more flexibility and like understanding from the people that you work with compared to working in like a corporate environment, which sort of, you know, makes you feel like, you know, I can work at my own pace, and you can also, you have the freedom to sort of like share ideas as well. Because in a corporate environment, it's very much like, you know, there's certain rules and certain regulations that you have to follow. But in a startup space, you're free to sort of express your thoughts and any ideas that you have that can, you know, improve the company's functions in any way.
Yeah. What is it for you, Ritik?
I agree with her. It's that, and for me personally, it's like this role specifically gives me a lot to learn, which, I mean, parts of it I had, as you can say, like tasted before in different roles or in different projects previously, but I had not gone the full length. And I think this role with the multiple hats that I have to wear, I mean, being in a startup, I think it gives me that experience, which I believe will, like, you know, make me a better designer or a better person overall. Yeah.
No, एक thing आपने जो बोली थी, like, which I completely agree with. In India, you know, the gaming is never taken seriously, or maybe like just like a hobby kind of stuff. तो उसी के मतलब, with my problem as well, like जब मैंने crew शुरू किया था, one of the problems that I faced was because of that demographic where I was living. It was an Indian demographic, and मेरे को Fortnite खेलना था, and there was no single player of Fortnite in India. तो इस वजह से I was like, okay, I mean, that is one problem that I experienced, and then slowly that grew into an obsession, you guys can say, okay, I want to fix this. If I am experiencing it, there might be a lot of people who will be experiencing this thing. And that grew into not a big company yet, but that definitely grew into a well-reformed startup, what we are working together at. And obviously I appreciate both of you and all the other people, 45 people that work with us. It's just that what I appreciate about you guys is you know, the true personality that each of you bring to SKDIV, whether it's with, you know, your designs, Ritik, or Ruchi, with your ideas in terms of how we can market ourselves and everything. So I do think there is, you know, a lot of things that you guys bring in, not only in a professional way, but also in a individual, as you guys are, in terms of the creative background and everything. So yeah, thank you for joining SKDIV, guys.
So Ritik, you did mention how you started off doing engineering, and then you sort of, you had like a strong interest in like fine arts, and then you sort of found the middle ground between the two, which was design. How did this whole thing happen? Because that's a lot to sort of digest.
By the way, I would like to interrupt. Once again, Ritik, I would like to interrupt. आप लोग कुछ ज़्यादा अंग्रेजी कर रहे हो यार, थोड़ा देसी बनो. क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? थोड़ा देसी करो यार. Ruchi, you also know Hindi. Come on, देसी बनो थोड़ा सा.
Guys, this is just a little disclaimer. If I mispronounce any words or my grammar is not correct, please do not come at me.
क्योंकि ऋतिक, मैं बताऊं, ये रुचि ये क्वेश्चन इसीलिए पूछ रही है because
क्योंकि मैंने भी सेम चीज करी है. मैं इसीलिए सवाल पूछ रही हूँ क्योंकि मैंने सेम चीज करी है. मैं इंजीनियरिंग कर रही हूँ. गाइस, ये आएगा वीडियो में. मैं इंजीनियरिंग कर रही हूँ. मैंने मतलब कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग ही होता है वो. फिर मैंने कॉमर्स ले लिया, डबल डिग्री कर रही हूँ. तो मैं दोनों कर रही हूँ, और कॉमर्स में मेरे को ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है, और कंप्यूटर साइंस मेरे दिमाग में नहीं पड़ता. मार्केटिंग हो, कुछ भी क्रिएटिविटी का हो, या फिर कंटेंट बनाना हो या फिर I don't know, engineering is quite creative, पर फिर भी जो टेक्निकल साइड है मेरे को बड़ा बोरिंग लगता है.
हाँ, तो अभी वही आपके रुचि जो कोलीग हैं वो भी सेम चीज़ एक्सपीरियंस कर रही हैं, तो शी वांट्स टू नो फ्रॉम यू. एंड ऑब्वियसली देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ पीपल आउट देयर हु हैव दिस डिलेमा कि बिकॉज ऑफ द पेरेंट प्रेशर और बिकॉज ऑफ लेट्स से फ्रेंड प्रेशर और कोलीग प्रेशर, engineering looks good from outside, but their inner zeal or inner creative side is
and I think that it's not just pressure from family or friends. I feel like it's also like once you've started that degree and you're already like halfway through it, you have that guilt, right? You're already halfway through the degree. Is it really worth dropping out of that at this point, sort of thing?
मेरा केस थोड़ा सा ऐसा तो नहीं था कि that I started a degree and then I had to leave it, but like every India it's बहुत famous है कि every parent wants कि उनका बच्चा इंजीनियर या डॉक्टर ही बने, राइट? इट्स अ थिंग. सो वही सेम चीज़ ये था. मेरा भाई भी ही इज़ एन इंजीनियर, सो आई वाज आल्सो काइंड ऑफ डेस्टिन्ड टू गो ऑन द सेम पाथ. एंड आई डोंट माइंड द टेक्निकल साइड्स एंड वो आई लाइक साइंस, मैथ्स, एवरीथिंग. एंड मुझे पसंद था, लेकिन मुझे आर्ट ज़्यादा पसंद था, वो भी इक्वली ज़्यादा पसंद था. एंड doing just one of them I think would have been the two extremes. And you can say luckily by chance I found like this design, like this exists as a role in the world. Back then ये भी है, that is also one thing. अभी तो काफ़ी exposure हो गया है for students about different kinds of designs and design as like a legitimate career. But पहले it was either like go extreme into like fine arts or go like engineering science. बीच में like design इतना famous नहीं था, as if I would like to put it simply. And luckily I found it at the right time कि this can be a career choice for me. And yeah, I gave all the exams, then the entire thing जो रहता है, and I got it, so I'm here now. So for me I think about the confusion with people, I look at it two ways personally. Ki if you're good at something, you can definitely do it, even if it might not be your first passion choice, like a passionate choice. If you're good at something, I think you should at least, especially if you're midway through the degree and you're good at it, you can at least complete it. Every experience, it brings out something. But if like time is not on your side, and if you haven't started anything, and you want to explore, I think as much as you can explore early on, it's the best thing. And that will tell you like baki. Every person has their own situation, but I think trying to lean towards your passion will always help you in the longer run, because वो what if नहीं रहेगा दिमाग में, what if I did that, वो रह जाता है, that becomes regret, and वो फिर it becomes a little hard to handle.
हाँ, exactly उसी चीज़ के लिए I never dropped like physics, क्योंकि जब मैं 11th-12th में था, my father is a physics professor, and till date I have studied with lots of people, like यहाँ पे भी professors के साथ मैंने किया है, and I do not feel the same level of comfortability like in terms of understanding जो my dad explains physics. So I never dropped physics, and that's why I did like double major, even though I liked computer science, which was quite a new thing for me, and I equally liked physics thing, so I never dropped it, and I was like I'll do both the things, and that comes because of the passion. So yeah, I think Ruchi has to decide now with her passion and what she...
I don't think you necessarily have to decide. Like आपने बोला अभी कि like वो what if नहीं रहता, मेरे को लगता है कि जो होना होता है वो होके ही रहता है. मतलब it's just about navigating. like हर चीज़ जो आप ट्राई करते हो ना, उसमें धीरे धीरे आपको eliminate करनी है चीज़ें, right? It's not about finding the right thing, it's about eliminating the wrong things. like आप चीज़ें करते जाओ. पहले मेरे को लगा स्टार्टिंग में, क्योंकि मैं मैथ्स में बहुत स्ट्रांग हूँ, तो मेरे को लगा कि कंप्यूटर साइंस में मैं अच्छी रहूँगी. हाँ, अच्छा है, बट मेरा ऐसा स्वभाव नहीं है कि मतलब मैं कैमरा के नॉट कैमरा कंप्यूटर के सामने बैठ के पूरा दिन ऐसे टाइप करती रहूँ, ये मेरा चीज़ नहीं है। अगर मैं कैमरा के सामने हूँ, मैं बातें कर रही हूँ, चाहे कोई देखे ना देखे, मैं खुशी से बात करूँगी। तो आई थिंक इट्स जस्ट अबाउट कि मतलब फिगरिंग आउट कि क्या आपको अच्छा लगता है क्या नहीं लगता।
हाँ, आई मीन वो भी तभी आएगा ना व्हेन यू एक्सप्लोर मोर एंड मोर, राइट? जितना एक्सप्लोर करोगे उतना ही यू विल सी द चॉइसेस, यू नो, द पाथ्स विल ओपन अप टू यू. So that's the thing, you know, कि whatever it is, just try to see at least till a certain level what is there like inside it. Even if it interests you for, you know, a little bit, you should go further with it. And once it's you know, that will help you first like broader your experiences and also make you help you make a better choice in the future.
And how would you personally define good design? What does good design mean to you?
I'll give it like an example. We talk about VFX, right, in films, right? What is a good VFX in a film? A good VFX, like a visual effect in a film, is one that you don't even notice. It's invisible. I look at design the same way. So a good design, you won't notice कि, you know, अरे ये बहुत अच्छा design है right away, unless you like you're like a designer or something. A good design will always just work. It'll just work and you won't be left thinking कि ये कुछ better हो सकता था, वो कुछ better. It'll just work. And mostly this happens when things are very simple in design and very intuitive. So I think a good design is it's a balance between intuitive design as well as, you know, a strategy. It's a balance between those two.
I would agree to Ritik, क्योंकि Ritik एक चीज़ आपको, you know, I hope मतलब not remember but I hope हमारे जो experience से आपको लगा होगा जब हम साथ में काम करते हैं, most of the time I'm not good at design. I would say I'm not a designer. I'm not good at design. But what I'm good at, which Ritik would agree, is quickly observing the flaw, like the imperfections in everything. Most of the time, when Ritik presents me or the design team presents me with different choices, I and Ritik go with the same choice most of the time. Like, if not 100%, at least 90 to 95%. You might have noticed that, Ritik.
Yeah. We tend to go a similar route. And I mean, every time I'm putting forth a design, he will look at all of them and he's like, what do you like? What do you like? I'll tell him what I like. And then mostly it's the same thing, you know, or it's like a just a version of that, like a upgraded version of the thing that we choose.
Yeah, and that's what मेरे को लगा था कि नहीं, Ritik is very good because he understands what I require in terms of the design language and everything, and that's how we got connected with Ritik and everything.
Coming back to design, as a design leader within our startup, how would you say you typically tend to mentor your team?
I think it's having, I mean, what I do personally, I would tell that is like communicating properly. I think that's one of the key things I need to keep in my team is whatever it is, like whatever the case is, whether you have done the work or were not able to do the work, or, you know, try to communicate it properly. And because we won't find solutions if we don't know the problems, right? That's my thinking. So if we don't know if they're suffering from any issue, then whether it's professional or even like if, you know, it's a personal issue and they are happy to open up to me about that, and if I can help them there, then I'll try helping them there as well. But mostly it's about communicating is the first thing, and besides that is I mean, we sit on meets for very long times, and sometimes design together as well. Like Manas is Divyansh would have seen us. We usually, even after the meet has ended with him, and we'll be sitting there for a very long time, just discussing or even doing our own work, separately. And if, going back and forth sometimes here and there, just I think it's about feeling connect. As long as your team feels connected to each other, you don't require a lot of mentoring. That's what I feel personally. You just need to provide them the right direction, provide them the right input, and also just get ideas out of them. Encourage that. That's the best way, I guess. That's how I do it.
I would like to add on to that कि जब मैंने SKDIV शुरू किया था, मैंने इसलिए शुरू किया था क्योंकि मैं थोड़ा सा corporate life experience किया था and I never liked it. And मेरा अभी भी जो idea है, like even if SKDIV grows by grace of God, into a good startup and everything, we raise good money and everything, मेरे को तब भी maximum 100 लोग चाहिए अपनी टीम में, not more than that. एंड इन 100 लोगों के साथ मेरा ऐसा होना चाहिए रिलेशन या फिर कनेक्टिविटी कि आई नो देयर नेम एंड ईच वन ऑफ देम अंडरस्टैंड्स व्हाट आई रिक्वायर फ्रॉम ईच इंडिविजुअल एंड वाइस वर्सा. लाइक किसको क्या चाहिए वो मेरे को ही पता होना चाहिए. तो दैट्स द मेन आइडिया व्हेन आई हाउ आई डिजाइन the environment that I want in SKDIV. I'd never want like a toxic kind of कि communication नहीं हो रहा. And Ritik, you come to meets as well, like you meet me almost daily, whether it's individual meet or the morning debriefs and everything. तो आपने देखा होगा, मैंने बहुत बार बोला है कि कोई आदमी बहुत अच्छा डिज़ाइनर हो सकता है, कोई आदमी बहुत अच्छा डेवलपर हो सकता है, भगवान हो सकते हो आप लोग डिज़ाइनर और डेवलपर्स, बट एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर नॉट एबल टू कम्युनिकेट प्रॉपरली इन SKDIV या SKDIV के काम के लायक नहीं हो, आप अपना वो चीज़ अपने पास रखो. क्योंकि फॉर मी द मेन थिंग विच मैटर्स इज कम्युनिकेशन, because I can't change people's attitude or anything.
I think attitude is a bigger thing. Like स्किल तो हर किसी के पास, अगर कोई भी मेहनत करे स्किल तो आ ही जाएगी, बट अगर उसका एटीट्यूड और अगर उसके पास ईगो है तो फिर उस इंसान के साथ काम करना becomes hell.
Yeah, exactly. So I just look forward to that, and one of the key things with that was with Ritik itself. Like उसको मैं मतलब इनको मैं कभी भी feedback देता हूँ या फिर कुछ भी, like if I say कि नहीं Ritik इसमें ना कुछ चीज़ें आप change कर दो, ये अच्छे लगेंगे, he never questions me कि क्यों नहीं and everything, and then we do discuss on it कि why I like it and everything, but it's in a way that everything goes very smoothly and the end product we mutually like it. Like there has been never ऐसा कोई product जो ऋतिक ने बनाया हो या मैंने कुछ suggest किया हो and Ritik doesn't like it and I like it and we put it to the public. We never do that. We always are like everybody has to like it. There are some decisions where I have to take it, in a very restrained way. Ki few people like something else, but I know this will work in the market because of the what do we say, the global exposure that I have, being in different markets, whether it's Sydney market and stuff. क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों का एक वो है कि मतलब they have a very limited experience as well because certain people have only worked in Indian market and stuff. तो उस वजह से मैं कहीं डिसीजन लेता हूँ in a restrained way, but ultimately I look for mutual agreement with everybody, and I think you would agree with that, hopefully.
I think I would because मेरा क्या है, I'm very, अगर मेरे को कोई कहीं पे लग रहा है कि ये सही नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, मैं तो सीधा बोल देती हूँ. मैं सीधा बोल दूंगी कि ये चीज़ अगर हम फिक्स कर सकते हैं तो it will help us, ये improve हो जाएगा. Then I think in that matter, like he listens, जो अच्छी बात है कि मतलब as a founder कि आपके एम्प्लॉइज अगर कुछ बोल रहे हैं, लाइक कोवर्कर्स कुछ बोल रहे हैं कि यहाँ हम इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ डिसमिसिंग दैट यू एक्चुअली लिसन एंड टेक दैट ऑन.
Yeah, I mean, like one of the examples are the thumbnails which we changed based on your feedback. मैंने same feedback Ritik को भी दिया था कि नहीं Ritik, Ruchi is suggesting that we'll go with something simplistic just so that it looks more mature. तो हमने वो किया and like although not significantly, obviously we just started posting, but we did see like a good bump in our viewership and everything. तो वो एक suggestion मेरे को genuine लगा, and why I got reaffirmed on that is because Ruchi ने भी same बात बोली थी and मानस ने भी same बात बोली थी, जो हमारा media marketing का main designer है. तो दोनों ने जब मेरे को सेम बात बोली, then I was like, yeah, I have to look into it. And again, it's all about experimenting. I'm nobody कि मैं जानता हूँ कैसे स्टार्टअप करना है. मेरे घर में ज़्यादातर लोग टीचर्स हैं, प्रोफेसर्स हैं. Nobody is like a businessman or something. So I have to keep on trying new things, and as long as I keep trying, क्योंकि एरर एंड ट्रायल से ही मेरे को एक कोई सर्टेन अच्छा पाथ मिलेगा. देयर इज नथिंग डिफाइंड कि मैं ऐसे ही करूंगा तभी बिजनेस आगे बढ़ेगा. तो या इट्स ऑल अबाउट ट्रायल एंड एरर. लाइक आई मीन रुचि, व्हाट्स योर थॉट ऑन दैट?
No, I agree. I think it's about trying. As I mentioned earlier, it's not about finding the rights. It's about eliminating the wrongs.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Ritik, I think most of the designs that you develop या हमारी टीम में वो भी हम ट्रायल एंड एरर से ही करते हैं कि नहीं ये वर्क नहीं करेगा, ये वर्क करेगा एंड एवरीथिंग.
Yeah. I mean, we do have intentions behind it, but definitely open to feedback. So, because the market is, the consumer will lead it, right? The application. We will lead the development of it, but we cannot lead how the application will be used by the users, how much it will be used by the users, and what they will like about it more than the other features. Like, that's all consumer led. So once we get feedback from that, we change it accordingly. So design is always it's always ever growing, it's evolving.
One main question, like the final question that I want to ask would be, how do you two personally feel SKDIV has evolved throughout 2025?
I was not there from the very start, I would say, but since I've been here, the way we have evolved is we've tried to shape the experience of the app